It took my time, but I finally could do this review. And still complaining about the little things, like sometimes the pacing is high and sometimes I don't know what this is new is happening, but at least we get some quick action. Moreover, I really seem to shrink in liking Fana's character because, well, she feels just so one-dimensional. But as I've said before, I think all of the third eye are one-dimensional. Hi, for those who are watching, it's the Black Clover chapter 85. And first of all, let's, talk about one thing that is a little bit creepy of talking about, but you cannot help but feeling a little bit admiring that we finally see just how big Asta's muscles is, and oh boy, I mean, I know it's very creepy saying that, but I still feel very impressed by looking at those arms. Those are almost just as big as Jami's. And of course, the gang of Vanessa and Finral and Noel just smack him for worrying on how much they made him worry. But Aster being Aster, made of rock and stuff like that, it doesn't hurt him at all. So the queen says that she kept her ends of the bargain, but now they will keep hers. Well, uh, as we all know from the last chapter, she won't exactly keep her word. I mean, she will manipulate it. I kept my word. I didn't say I would allow you to leave. While the guy from the Diamond Kingdom will also join in the fight, but they will fight the Diamond guys because apparently Mars and them have a history. What kind of history we don't know, but maybe it has some connection to that magic enhancement torture like program that they put young promising mages into. Remember, I think the stripper guy. I'm sorry, I forgot his name, but he is just not that popular anyway. Uh, is that? But I think he was a well-known general or some weapons specialist of so. There might be a very slight chance that he is one of those people that was responsible for this program in the beginning, and he feels very responsible for that. But they will all go, and Asta begs the guy to put on clothes, and tell you what, yeah, put on some clothes. That was actually kind of disturbing, in seeing you in your underwear. At least Gray had longer underwear. So the witches and all begins to fight, but they are overwhelmed by Fana's firepower. And then we see some creepy guy of the third eye that obviously has a face of a rapist because of his. He calls her Madame Third, and also saying that she would like to fight her just once. However, today the targets are those little witches. They make great slaves. And here I'm actually having a question. Great slaves? Is this once again implying that the White Knight I do questionable things for what they consider is the greater good? Or is this guy, as I said before, he has the face of a rapist, so when he says slaves, is he obviously hinting towards sex slaves, perhaps? Wouldn't surprise me. So he captures some witches, and the gang of Aster arrives to help. But it turns out that the witches, well, they actually have a misanthropic view on men. They feel like it's weird. When we begin entering the forest, we had some witches talking about men and stuff, and they're almost like some teenage girls talking about the man they're gonna screw. But according to Vanessa, the witches think the women as just, and this is also similar to the Amazon world of One Piece. The witches think that as women they are the superior sex. So, well, they apparently don't like men and hotheads. So, as the rapist guy had captured some guys, also is worth noting that even his magic is plant life. Last guy who also could steal mana had also plant like magic. Is this once again implying that the White Knight Demon Eye like to steal mana from people? And so the guy decides to do their Doomsday JoJo. What is it? There's a. I think there was some writer, or not writer. It was some blogger or whatever, commentator who actually had a neat name for the move that they did since the arc, but it's something like, what is it? Reckless JoJo attack or JoJo ahead attack. Well, either way, she froze Aster, trusting him right forward. Of course, the guys are all just not realizing that, uh, all underestimating him. But Aster, having the anti-magic swords, cut right through them. And as they realize that Aster is the guy who beat Master Vet, they decide to kill him. But that is actually not entirely true. It's true that Aster was the one that beat Vet the first time, but the one who did the killing blow, that was Yami. But Aster, being Aster, well, he jumps around real all parkour-like and practically stomps all of them until the crazy Fana appears behind him and says, "You're the one that got Vet. I'm going to kill you." Fires a fireball that Aster is a little bit terrified of, but still tries to block, and only partially managed to block it. But Fana is unharmed, and strangely said, "You just keep getting in my way. I'm going to kill you. Keep on coming. I'll keep sending you packing." So once again, Aster should be called Aster the Unbreakable. But as I said at the beginning of this one, I'm not starting to. I mean, I'm starting to not like Fana more and more. We all hope that we'll see a little bit more of her personality, but this is so one-dimensional. Just saying, "You're the one that got that. I'm going to kill you." And as soon as Aster saying that, she just says, "You keep getting in my way. I'm going to kill you." Have you? I mean, that's twisted, hateful, and extremely uh, nightmarish, but it still feels so one-dimensional. Is this all we're gonna get of her personality? Just broken words and hateful language? Obviously, yes. There is because the third eye are are people that I think are very one-dimensional when it came to their nicknames of the hopelessness, hateful, and the faithless. So, well, whatever. As the gang are now, with Asta healed, entering the fight and being unbreakable, the fights are just getting started. But but we shouldn't count our chickens yet. It's very likely that even Fana has a third eye in her gem forehead, even though she appears to not be from the same village as Lich and Vet. But yeah, they already know that that was defeated. How did they know that? It's obviously the mole's fault. I'm actually surprised that the mole didn't break down and cry when he saw that. He must be that good of an actor. Liar. I mean, liar is the mole, so he must be a pretty good actor doing that. All in all, that's this chapter. Just short action, some worrisome, and nothing more. But what will the Diamond Gang confront from the evil Diamond Gang? Who knows? And will we get reinforcements? In fact, why are they attacking the Witch Force at first time? I think they said it in the last chapter. Was it something like the guy with the stone is here? So does that mean they are hunting Aster? Or did it mean something else? I mean, this Witch Force seems to be a place where we could have a magic stone. And the Queen did recognize the grimoire of Aster's. So yeah, give me your thoughts if you have any.